What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Monday. It is August 12th, and we are back. This is the second time I'm filming this video. The first time, the sound was like screechy and fast forward, and I really don't know what causes that, nor can I figure out a fix. So this is going to be a little bit different because I do not have the 45 minutes again to do it like I wanted to. But normally, if you're new to the channel, we usually break down every single game, every single slate, every pitcher, every batter. And that's what we do as a stack. But what I'm going to do today, since I do not have time and I've already filmed this prior and it did not work, we're going to go over both slates. We've got a 3-game early slate and 8-game main slate. We're going to give you the pitchers we like in each slate and 5 players at each position that we like at each slate. Now, we have some of this dug in a little bit more in the article that you're seeing on the screen, which is down below. We also have today's sponsor, which is outlier.bet. The link is down below there as well. And we normally have 2 giveaways every single day. First giveaway, if you like the video, leave a comment and are a YouTube subscriber, and this video gets at least 50 likes, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. 100 likes on this video is a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a $200 free year. 200 or more likes is a lifetime pass worth $500. The second way to do it, when I remember, is I'll have a keyword somewhere or a key phrase or keyword, and you listen for it, you type it in, and you have a chance to win a free week. Now, you can win both of those. You can be the winner both times. We've only had that one time. But what we're going to do is, since I forgot the keyword yesterday, again, a little sleep deprived, I apologize. We're going to have the giveaway for getting, what did we have? On Sunday's video, we had 1,000 views and 134 likes. So someone's going to win a free month right now, and we're going to roll that, and we're going to see who that is. So this will be for the free month from yesterday. Lenny 479. This is great content, by the way. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Lenny. I'm not sure if you have an account on the site, but email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, or hit us up on our Discord, and you can DM me on Discord. Probably easier to email me, but let me know if you have a username on the website. If you do not, let me know your username and email you would like, and we will get you set up for that free month right now, and you will be on your way to a free month of you will get the first week of NFL, you get MLB for a month, PGA, MMA, and NASCAR. So we are if people are winning months, we are into the NFL season. So we're very excited. So congratulations, Lenny. Come back tomorrow. You can win the next day, and the next day. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the first slate here. So you can use outlier.bet to find out all that information, but kind of wanted to go through and give you all the plays that we like here. So pitching-wise, this early slate, not a ton to like about this early slate. A lot of people might be fading it. Sonny Gray's a little bit more expensive, and Cincy's hit him kind of hard, and then Andrew Abbott was hit hard by St. Louis this year as well. So I do like stacking both of those teams. I am fading both Sonny Gray and Andrew Abbott in this one. So those guys are out of there. Amanaga going up against Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't strike out a ton. Amanaga is up and down, and I don't mind him. But again, Cleveland's a really good hitting team. So if I am looking to stack, I would look to stack Cleveland over Chicago in this game. Amanaga for tournaments. Again, it's going to be tournaments for me only here. Framber Valdez had almost a no-hitter last game. Corey Seager took it out with 2 outs in the 9th inning. I'm using Framber. Him being 7,900 against a bad Tampa Bay team, I love that matchup for him. So I'm probably fading Gray. I'm fading Abbott for sure. A little bit of Amanaga for tournaments. Taj Bradley, the way Houston's been hitting, I'm probably stacking Houston and taking Taj Bradley out of there. So the pitchers I feel comfortable with in this early slate, Framber Valdez is number 1. 2 is probably Amanaga. 3 is Ben Lively. So those would be the ones I'd look at. I would be stacking St. Louis and Cincinnati. I would look to stack Cleveland to be contrarian against Amanaga, and I am stacking Houston versus Tampa Bay. But if we were to go, again, there's not going to be 5 plays at each position, but for this early slate, if we're looking at these plays, my number 1 catcher today would be Wilson Contreras going up against a lefty. Yainer Diaz going up against Taj Bradley. Number 3 is Tyler Stevenson. And then number 4 would be David Fry going up against Amanaga here. If we move to the first base side, I think the first baseman that I would be looking at would be Paul Goldschmidt against a lefty here in Abbott. Number 2, I kind of like Josh Naylor a little bit more. Number 3 is Michael Busch if you don't think Ben Lively is going to have a good game. And then number 4, I'm looking at Spencer Steer going up against Sonny Gray. So if you dig in, you look at these splits-wise, in 7 games against St. Louis this year, 5 hits, 1 home run, 346 slugging, 646 OPS, only 192 batting average. I probably won't be using him much. I would be using the other ones, but I just wanted to give you guys some content for these slates today because the video pissed me off. 40 minutes down the drain. 40 minutes down the drain. It was awesome. Second base, we're looking at this against Tampa Bay. I'm looking at Jose Altuve, number 1. I'm looking at Nolan Gorman against Andrew Abbott. Number 3 is Jonathan India. And I think number 4 is probably Andres Jimenez going up against Amanaga today. Moving on to the third base side here. Jose Ramirez, number 1. He hits lefties better. So he's better from the right side. Like him here. Nolan Arenado, I love him against Andrew Abbott today, number 2. Number 3 is Alex Bregman. He hit a monster home run yesterday. Number 4 is probably Isaac Paredes going up against Ben Lively. And to be honest, if you want to go against Valdez, Curtis Mead hits lefties very well. So he could be a cheap option here, number 5, that when you look at this, you don't even see him. He's all the way down here at 2,300. He's going to allow you to do some other things if you go down to Curtis Mead here. Then shortstop, looking at this, Ellie De La Cruz, obviously number 1. Lefty-righty matchup, he hits very well. Number 2 I'm looking at is Dansby Swanson. If you have not checked out our betting video that I've already put out, I will link that at the end of the video. We love Dansby Swanson to get at least 1 plus hit today, so I want to look in that direction, so I do like Dansby Swanson. Number 3, if he plays, is Mason Wynn. I don't know if he's going to play. He is day-to-day. Trying to see if there's any notes. It was just an illness, so maybe it was the flu. We'll see if he plays. Maybe he's over it and he'll be in there. And then kind of number 4 that I want to look at, Jeremy Pena going up against Taj Bradley, especially if we are continuing with going with a Houston stack today. Then your outfielders. Number 1 is obviously Yordan. Love him. He is better against lefties, but he's still good against righties, batting like 270 against righties. So Yordan's number 1. Number 2, I love Tommy Pham here. They brought him over to hit lefties. He's been hitting for St. Louis. This is Great American Small Park. This is a ballpark that will fly. The ball will fly out of here. Number 3, I think I'm looking at Seiya Suzuki against Ben Lively. Number 3 is Seiya Suzuki. 4 is Stephen Kwan. And number 5, I am going to try to continue with St. Louis as a stack. Alec Burleson going up against Andrew Abbott. I like those odds there as well. So there you have it. That is the early slate done. Pitchers we like and all of the hitters that we like. We're 5 main hitters or ish at each position. Now, normally, if you are new to the channel, we normally go game by game. We go pitcher by pitcher. We go batter by batter and game by game and stacks that we like. Again, already wasted a ton of time on the video, so come back tomorrow. You will see how it's done tomorrow, but I still wanted to get a slight video out to you guys so you know what we're talking about. So that's the early slate. The early slate is done. And what I did forget to mention, towards the end of this video, we're going to give you the top 5 pitchers that are going today that have the best matchups against the bottom 5 teams that strike out the most. We call that segment Pitches Be Crazy. So that'll be towards the end. And then at the very end, we're running simulations as we speak doing this video. We're going to give you all of the batters that show up a 10 out of 10 matchup rating for the day. And when I ran this earlier, so I'm rerunning it for you, but when I ran this earlier, I think there's 17. So we'll see if if it's been enough time for the simulations to update for you. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention as well while we talk about that. So our sponsor for today is Outlier.bet. So definitely check Outlier.bet. They have 2 different packages. One is a $20 package for a month. If you sign up using our link down below, we're going to give you a free month of FTA Plus. They give you a 7-day free trial, so you definitely can check that out. But I would suggest looking at the Pro package. Pro package is $130 for the month. Go check that out. They give you even more information. You can check it out for a full 7 days and then decide. If you guys sign up, use the 7-day free trial, and then pay for either one of those packages. The regular package, we're going to give you a free month. The Pro package, if you sign up for $130, we're going to give you a 3-month subscription, which is a $90 value on top of that. So sports betting and DFS. So definitely go check out Outlier. And if you want to see into the mind of Outlier a little bit, check out the linked video at the end, Today's Betting. We show you kind of the intricacies of how to use it to build out some sports bets for you. That being said, we are here for the main slate, 8 games, some great pitching matchups here. Really love the pitching matchups here. So, looking at pitchers today, my favorite pitcher is Blake Snell. Going up against Atlanta. Atlanta is generally a great team against right-handed pitch or left-handed pitching, but they're in San Francisco ballpark. It is a massive ballpark. It takes all the massive hits away, and it makes it a pitcher's ballpark. So we've got Blake Snell going up against Chris Sale. I love both of these guys. So my number 1 tonight is Blake Snell. My number 2 pitcher is Chris Sale. And weather shouldn't be a concern. We should be good for every single game today. So weather should not be a concern for us moving forward today. Number 3, I love Luis Gil. I'm looking at Luis Gil against the White Sox. Number 4, I'm looking at Brandon Pfaadt versus Colorado. And then number 5, I'm looking at Brady Singer against Minnesota. He's already had success against them this year. That's kind of what I'm looking at for pitching-wise. Now, if you want to see everything combined, under the MLB tab, we do have the cheat sheet, which gives you all the plays that we like, the stacks that we like. We've even added the stack ownership percentages in there as well. So definitely make sure you check that out. So I'm avoiding, other than that, I'm looking at stacking the Yankees against Kai Busch. I'm looking at stacking the Arizona Diamondbacks versus Blaylock. San Diego is a stack against Gonzalez. I'm not using Francis. I think Texas at Boston is going to be a slugfest, so I'm looking to stack on both sides. Texas bats against Brian Bayo, and I'm looking at Boston bats against Tyler Mahle. I'm not using Daniel. I'm kind of looking at Milwaukee bats. They love to hit lefties. Clayton Kershaw has not gone deep into games. I am definitely looking at stacking Milwaukee at home versus Kershaw. The ballpark factors are showing. If you want to check them out, the Discord link is down below. Those ballpark factors are in the website there. Joe Musgrove coming off the IL. I'm scared to use him. I'm looking at Pittsburgh as a stack. And then I'm not using Bayo. I do like Singer. I do like Pfaadt, Heel. Pablo Lopez, he pitches worse at home. I'm looking at Kansas City as a stack there. Peralta scares me a little bit, especially going up against the Dodgers. I'm not paying that price there. If I'm paying up for Snell and Sale tonight. So we move to the first base side. Depending on which site you're on, Shohei Ohtani is a first base or outfield. Number 1, right there. Number 2 is Vladdy. Number 3 is Freddie Freeman going up against Peralta. Number 4 is Vinny Pasquantino. And number 5 is I really like Rhys Hoskins tonight going up against Clayton Kershaw. I really love Rhys Hoskins. Going to be a cheaper option for you on both sites or whatever site you're on. And I like him as part of a stack if you are stacking Milwaukee. Moving on to second base. I love Ketel Marte, but I don't know if he's going to be in there. Let's see, game log wise, he was doing really well and then left hurt and didn't play Sunday. Maybe it was just day of rest. I do like Ketel Marte if he plays. Number 2 is Marcus Semien. Number 3 is Gleyber Torres has actually been one of the hottest hitters for the Yankees outside of Judge and Soto since the All-Star break. Defensive wise, no, but I do like Gleyber, number 3. Number 4, I do like Spencer Horwitz going up against Davis Daniel. And number 5, I do like Xander Bogaerts going up against Marco Gonzalez for Pittsburgh. Third base, I don't think we can say it. It's Devers. Devers against a righty in his ballpark. He's batting like 360, I think. You can check Outlier and see what he's hitting, but love me some Devi here. Number 2 is Manny Machado going up against Pittsburgh. I love him against Marco Gonzalez. Number 3 is Royce Lewis going up against Brady Singer. Number 4 is Jazz Chisholm. I think with what he's got around him, they're going to have to start pitching to him. He's got some home runs already. He's got the most home runs in the first 7 games in Yankees history, which is wild. And he can steal bases if he gets on. And then number 5, I do really like Josh Smith going up against Brian Bayo in Boston. Then shortstop-wise, looking at what we have here, bringing to the table. Number 1, I love Corey Seager just a little bit more. You are going to pay down a little bit. Number 2, Bobby Witt Jr. is very expensive, but in the running for AL MVP, but I'm pretty sure it's Judge's to lose. I don't think it's as close. I don't think the MVP race is as close as the media is trying to make it. Number 3 is Mookie Betts. He's got multi-position eligibility, but on DraftKings, he is shortstop, but he is playing outfield. So they're moving him back to outfield. So I don't know. After a certain amount of games, I think DraftKings will probably move him to the outfield. So definitely pay attention there. But Mookie Betts coming back tonight, or should be, has not been announced. I've got him number 3. Number 4 is actually Zach Neto. He's got a ton of home runs against right-handed pitching. I love that matchup there. And then number 4 is I love O'Neal Cruz going up against Joe Musgrove and or the San Diego Padres bullpen if and when it gets to the bullpen. Then outfielders, I don't think it's a surprise, but Aaron Judge, number 1. Love this Aaron Judge pick here at number 1. Very expensive, but there's a reason he's AL MVP. Number 2, Juan Soto. I think a Yankee stack is one of my top favorite stacks today. 3 is Corbin Carroll. 4 is Giancarlo Stanton, if we are going to continue a Yankee stack. 5, George Springer. 6, I do have Jarren Duran. Now, if you don't know the controversy with Duran, he said a no-no word to some fans on Sunday. Prior years, I would say he's probably good to go. But where we're at as a society right now, I could see him getting suspended for this. I don't know if it happens today. I don't know if it happens at all. Be careful with this, but I love his matchup on paper as a hitter. Maybe not a person, but as a hitter, I like him in this one. Next up, I would look at Jock Peterson going up against Cal Quantrill. Absolutely love Arizona as a stack here. Next one, we already used him. Teoscar Hernandez going up against Freddie Peralta. Teoscar Hernandez is also another one of those batters that we like to take for a 1+ hit today. Check out the hitting option down below. That's what I've got. That is the breakdown. Different breakdown than normal, but I wanted to give you guys just a different glimpse. We've done this way in the past. If I had 45, 50 minutes like the other video, it would have gone the other direction. But again, I did not have enough time. I've got a full-time job and a 3-week-old baby. So I wanted to bring you guys attention and content when I can. So there you have it for today. But we are going to go over the top 5 pitchers. Now, these are not the only pitchers to go with, but these are top 5 according to teams that strike out the most. Number 1, Brandon Pfaadt. Number 2, Tyler Mahle. Number 3, Joe Musgrove. 4, Blake Snell. And 5, Framber Valdez. Now, why I say it's not the only way to go, because Tyler Mahle might make it hit around hard. Boston does strike out, but Mahle's not that good. Maybe he gets hit hard and he's out. Then that's screwed over. Joe Musgrove coming off the IL. He might not last long. He might go to the bullpen. And then Brandon Pfaadt versus, those would be the top. Those are the 2. Then we're not even looking at like Sonny Gray early. Now, he's got strikeout potential. Chris Sale against San Francisco. Strikeout potential there as well. Not the top 5, but I wanted to bring those to you. So use those with a grain of salt there, but don't be afraid. The big strikeout leverage guys are in there. Like Chris Sale. We look at Chris Sale, game logs. 10, 6, 9, 4, 9. Like, that's exactly what we need. We're looking at that. Has he faced San Francisco this year? He did. Had 9 strikeouts in that game. I'm using Chris Sale. But according to statistics, those are the top 5 that are on there. Now, after simulations, these are all of the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating so far. So let's go. Number 1, Shohei Ohtani. Number 2, Aaron Judge. 3, Seiya Suzuki. 4, Corey Seager. 5, Jurickson Profar. 6, Juan Soto. 7, Corbin Carroll. 8, Ketel Marte if he plays. 9, Marcus Semien. 10, Trevor Larnach. 11, Ian Happ. 12, Freddie Freeman. 13, Machado. 14, Eugenio Suarez. 15, Geraldo Perdomo. Followed by Xander Bogaerts, Kyle Higashioka, and Sal Frelick against Clayton Kershaw. So those are all of the 10 out of 10 matchups. If you want to see every batter that are there, click the link, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. It is under the simulation models there. Go check out the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, right here. Be on the lookout. We've got MMA this week, NASCAR this week, PGA this week, baseball this week, and I will be putting out some NFL videos, ranking videos, because we are less than a month away, and we cannot wait. So that's what I've got in this video, guys. good luck today. Make sure you come back tomorrow because we'll have a full video tomorrow. Hopefully the audio sounds great. So good luck, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!